What is going on, everybody? Live and in living color, coming to you from Tournament to Pizza. Two things first and foremost to get out of the way. One more important than the other, I guess. Shocking news earlier today. Former Buccaneer Steve White passes away. We're going to talk about that in detail at the bottom of the hour with our a pretty big namer coming in from the 0-2 Super Bowl team. So I'm looking forward to that. And very sad that I'm announcing our co-host is back.
Well, I never left. I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere.
You're the co-co.
Like literally, I haven't left this area.
What's the chance? What is the chance that Matt survives the next 2 hours?
It's going to be tough. Mike's going to get shut off pretty quick.
Been fired
Wow.
3 or 4 times live. It could be 5 or 6 after.
I'm immune to that at this point.
Welcome back. I'm sorry to have you back, but I love having you back.
But it's good to be back.
You know, if that all makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Good to be back, guys. I missed you guys.
Give us, we missed you as well. Trust me, the show missed you a great deal.
Easy. I can hear you.
That's the point. Let's get it out of the way. You were gone a couple weeks up in New York, and
Yeah.
what was that like? And it
Yeah.
sucks that you're back.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Had 2 great games. Played well. It's good to, dust off the cobwebs, get back out there, get some good tape out. And, it's part of the business. It goes through the cycle, and we'll see what comes next.
I was talking to somebody earlier about it, and we talk about fans all the time, and fans don't get it, and fans don't understand, and fans see Tom Brady playing for his 33rd year, or Warren Sapp, playing for his 18th year. I mean, that's few and far between.
Yeah.
It's guys that don't get past 2, that don't get past 3, and now you're into your 7th?
7, man.
And,
Getting up there.
and this is the business. Now you're at that level with your age, with your salary, that a lot of teams want to go younger. I
Yeah.
can't believe at your age they want to go younger.
Yeah, they want to go cheaper. It's expensive to keep guys at my age around, and so you have to kind of do a little bit more, go a little bit above and beyond, and prove your worth more so than most of the younger guys do.
I remember vividly, I was playing basketball back in the day with an offensive lineman, ironically, and we started to we're playing the game, and as a matter of fact, I used to play a lot with Steve White and those guys as well. So he calls me over, he goes, "Hey, I want to tell you something." And I'm like, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "I'm going to get released tomorrow." I go, "What do you mean you're going to get released tomorrow?" He goes, "Yeah, I make too much money."
Yeah.
Now, you know me well enough. I don't look at money. I have no idea. I don't care. And I didn't know that. Even in what I do, I didn't look at that as something I then didn't look at. Money is just as important. What you're making is just as important as how your play on the field is.
Yeah, I'm going into my second year, into my third year. There was a guy that we had on the team that was making quite a bit of money, and I played really well my second year, and they said, "Hey, Caleb can do this for a fraction of the price." And in the off season, to the surprise of everybody, they let him go and put me in there. And so it's like, for me, it's like I saw it from then, and you just kind of understand the business, and that's how it goes, and you just keep going, man, because you love it. You love playing, you love being around the guys, and that's the best part of it, is the guys, the locker room, the interactions, going out there on the field, that's a lot of fun.
I would always ask on the players' show, when a player would come out, it's his first year on the team, and I would always ask, is it like going to a new school? Is it like starting over? So what is it like? You're going up there, you're trying out, they sign you to a deal up in New York. What's it like walking in there day 1, week 2?
For me now, because I'm a vet and I've been in the league and played a lot of guys, there's a lot of guys on teams that I go into knowing. So I went there and knew 7, 8 guys already. Some guys I played against for years, and some guys I've been friends with from college or whatever it is. And so it's not that big of a transition. Guys kind of know of you, and they're like, "Oh, I remember you playing for the Bucks and this team," and so you kind of have common ground. It's more different when you're young and you're a rookie, and everything is new to you. Now for me, it's just like, "Oh, hey, I know you from that school, I'm a transfer."
Plus, back in the day, people didn't with free agency now, they didn't change teams every year, every season, mid-season. It's like you got drafted, you stay with that team till you retired.
Yeah, the Raiders just let go of their draft pick from last year, their first rounder from last year.
How about that?
Right.
So the NFL now, the changeover is like this. Everybody's they want to win now, they want to succeed now. So it's crazy.
Okay, enough with asking questions. You're now the co-host again.
Oh my God!
That was your 3 minutes of
I can still hear you. Still hear you.
I need to ask you,
Oh, good.
Chuckles.
Right.
What have you heard? Is there any update on Reggie Barnett Jr.?
He's found safe.
Did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's found. So I don't know who put out the missing poster. I don't even know how that works. How long before you can go missing? Before everybody
From my extensive research of cops, I think it's like 36 hours or 48 hours.
And
Something
anybody
like
can
that.
report somebody missing. So if I say Randy's missing, like, and I can just
And then like I've just seen him for the last
30,
whatever, and
every
nobody
36
has.
hours, I can report him gone. Let's put it out there.
6, hold on, 6 times 24. I'm trying to see how much time. Like, I don't see him after, like, Wednesday, we're done at 4 Eastern. I'm out of here after my free pizza at 4:15. And I don't see him again for a week until I come back on Wednesday.
So tomorrow afternoon, there'll be a silver alert for Randy Harris driving a Mazda.
I've got a
Keep
friend.
it-
I've
keep
got
an
a
eye
friend
out.
over there that hopefully I can get him to turn
Look,
on.
I got a friend too. He's a ninja. I got my Nigerian ninja and I got my other ninja. I got ninjas everywhere.
He missed that one.
No, you
No, I
didn't.
caught it. I caught it.
With Mack Roesch in the house, American Ninja Warrior, King of Obstacles, come by to drop in, say hello. So we got a star-studded event today.
As long as we could get rid of you, everything would be
I'm a
perfect.
professional athlete as well. Like these guys get paid to perform, so do I.
Yeah, whatever. Hold on, let me turn your mic
We're pretty
off.
much equal.
No, you're off.
Isn't Caleb unemployed right now?
Got a job here.
All right. Me too. Me too. And welcome to the network, Mack Roesch.
What's up, Matt?
The ninja's here.
The Ninja's here.
Ninjas everywhere.
Watch the show probably 5 nights a week. You know, we watch it all the time. Do you have a ninja gym? I know, obviously, looking at you, you have a gym, but is it a ninja gym or is it a gym like his cheesy thing in the garage?
I got my own cheesy thing, but
No,
they're
cheesy
the
is a
best.
badass.
They are the best in the country over here in Florida. We got some of the best ninjas down here in the South.
Really?
Yeah, there's actually 4 guys that made it to the final stage. Not a single one won the $1 million. But
The
4,
one from last night?
Yep, 4 people. One of them's from Orlando, only
Really?
an hour from us.
All the young kids.
Yeah, they are. They're all about 135 pounds, every single one of them. I think they need a taller body type like me. Like the original winner was a tall, lengthy rock climber, an older guy. I think they got to develop that. They're young, they got the testosterone, the energy, but they don't have the experience and that endurance that they really need.
And that muscle maturity, that
Have you
muscle
seen
density.
American
Oh,
Ninja Warrior?
Heck yeah. So how many, before we see the televised product, is there like prelims that you have to go through? How do they pick who gets on TV?
That's like hitting the lottery, getting on that show.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. There's application after application in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands that they are narrowing down to their specifications.
All right, I'm old, I'm fat, I'm out of shape, all that stuff. So I just want to say all that up front.
Facts.
But no, I'm asking a question, about what you just said. If you have to go through all of that, and yes, they're much more everything than me, how do they fall on the first obstacle? You would think they'd get past the first obstacle, right? And I'm not trying to downgrade anybody. I'm just saying everything that goes into it, and you
I believe
miss the rope.
I believe they have created a show that they have a percentage that they need to fail and the percentage that they need to succeed, and the percentage that they want to fail is a lot bigger than they succeed. That's
Sure.
why you don't see too many winners on that show.
We're gonna make it relatable. It's got to be relatable.
When were you on? Are you still on?
I started 6 years ago.
Wow.
Been there 3 times now.
What was your favorite obstacle?
The warped wall, the very end, you got to run up it and use your explosive leg power, and then you got to grab the top and then hit that buzzer.
The $10,000 wall or the one on the left?
I haven't done the big one yet.
Really?
I haven't got to that point. I was one obstacle away this season, though. Very close.
I always ask the guys, whether it's the fighters or the football players, what are you thinking? Or are you just kind of, moving on muscle memory? What are you thinking as ding, 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 and you take off?
It's unique every time. You only get one chance a year to do it. One shot.
That's the killer of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never watched that show and thought I could do this. Not one time. I'd fall off. When the balls, when you have to run across those, no.
Yeah.
Those 6'6", 330 guys.
They
doing
have
the
to-
Ninja
I've
Warrior.
never watched that and been like, I'm gonna get
The
this.
salmon ladder, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see you do that. Not that I could do it, but I want to see
Like
you do
the
that.
core strength and the upper body strength to hold on to things and swing across. People don't know how hard that is.
Caleb would get up on
No
that
idea.
thing, he'd grab the bar, and literally on TV, the bar would start to bend.
Probably.
I know it's going to break your heart, Randy, but I've been to Mack's ninja course. It's out in the farmland. I won't say where he lives, but he has an amazing setup in a barn, old school weights and like big logs, and it's old school, rustic, amazing. And for the record, I beat the Ninja Warrior at his own course. Like I was right.
Oh yeah, the exathlon throws.
Your boy.
I don't believe
your
you.
co-host, the champion, knocking out ninjas.
Hold on a second. First of all, I don't believe you. Second of all,
We have a
you're
video.
not the co-host.
We have a video.
And third, I don't know him well enough to know that he wouldn't lie for you.
Well, I do give him free pizza.
Have you ever tried parkour? And do you think that would help something like that?
Yeah, I was in Mexico, and some of the best parkour guys there wanted to teach me some things, and it takes a lot of patience, and it's not my forte. It's more of an artwork and
Yeah.
more of like trying to use less energy. Me, I like to just use everything I got.
Yeah.
You know, and shout out to Ninja Warrior for shouting me out as the biggest, largest Ninja Warrior they've ever had.
that's awesome.
I would say you were saying strength for a guy like your size, but it really comes down to grip and endurance, not strength, because world's strongest man aren't on that show.
For sure.
But how long can you hang? You
Yeah.
know?
I'm curious, how much time do you get? Like, do you get to know which obstacles are on? Because a lot of times you're watching TV and they're like, the first one tonight. Now, do they know it?
We get one walkthrough together. We all get to raise our hand and ask the questions, and there's some people that are picky, and other people are like, come on, let's move it on,
just do
let's
it.
keep going.
But you're able to stand there and watch, or you're not even allowed to watch?
There's one tester, they called it. It's like, all right, watch this demonstration. Here's a guy, here's a girl doing it. You got two different body types, just kind of see what happens.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah, dude, that's
And then you factor in the nerves. Like that's how people miss the rope initially. Like they say go, and you just have to perform under the lights. I mean,
Why is it always cold?
What do you mean?
Well, when you're watching it, it seems like it's always cold. Everybody's always in jackets. It's always like, is it not always cold?
Well, I guess it's indoors now, so maybe it is colder, but I'm not that cold when I'm thinking about competing.
and you're also from Florida, so everything is relative. Like anything filmed north of here would have jackets.
North of
It
Tampa.
was in San Antonio for me, so we didn't deal with any cold. But we were in the Alamo Dome, which was air conditioned.
Right.
So talk about the Dominican Republic series. It's the premise behind it. It's kind of like Road Rules meets Ninja
They
Warrior.
took the two most popular shows with the highest ratings on TV and combined them, which was Survivor and Ninja Warrior.
oh wow.
So they came up with Exathlon, which is a combination of both,
Okay.
which is kind of like a really, really big order on an athlete, because in Survivor they take away your food
Yeah.
and you have to learn how to survive on very little. But now, not only do they take away your food, they're putting you through intense competition where you need to perform at your maximum capacity with very little food.
How long is it? A 1 day thing? Is it over the course of a period?
It's the longest thing I've ever been involved on TV. It takes up 3 months, or one of the last seasons that I left out of an injury was 8 months long.
Wow.
Every single day competing, 1 day off.
And always in like a caloric deficit. Like always like
Well,
little food, minimal
it's getting
food.
better, but it's been pretty rough. We as athletes, had enough of that, and we fought back, and we're like, you can't expect us to do our best on this little.
Yeah.
Now
like-
I know you're young. I know you probably don't remember this, but when the original Survivor came out, Randy here did an audition for the original Survivor, and his video audition included a guy named Randy, who was also known as the Macho Man,
Rest in
Randy
peace.
Savage. So your dad was a wrestler. He wrestled with Hogan and all those guys.
Oh, that's
but
awesome.
Randy's audition tape, which he still has, which still circulates on
I
Facebook,
still send it in to Eric.
is so he is
I would
the original
leave.
Survivor.
I would leave this show this second. If I got a phone call that said, "If you get on a plane right now, you're on Survivor, and you could never do radio again," I would take all of my equipment. I'd hand it to Caleb because he can't have it, and I would go win Survivor. There's no doubt in my mind.
There's a lot of Survivor shows coming out now. They're all coming out, and for you to get on, because they need people.
So the first one we're going to see if he can survive the silver alert that I put in
There
tomorrow.
is no doubt that I could win
and if he
that.
survives that, we're going.
Now, I would want Matt to go with me, and there's a reason for it. Well, there's a reason for it. And this almost happened. That I said, we almost broke down driving through the Everglades
We did.
because he's an idiot. But so we almost broke down, and I said, I'll be fine because I'll just eat him. So I want to bring him. He'll die of, no food, and then I'll just eat parts of his body,
And then
his arm, and
but then I informed
that's not
him
inked.
that he would get ink poisoning because this is.
I would leave right now to go be on Survivor.
Between all our connections, we can make this happen. Like, I'll
You're
inherit
talking
this
to the
show.
right people right
Yeah,
now.
like
Well, honestly, I thought I was talking to the right person before. Eric Van Wagen, he's like, his brother's the producer, and he produced the boxing one. He's like, yeah, send me the video again. We'll take a look. I did. I never heard from him. Set it up.
There's
This
some
show is coming to an end.
there's some questions they're going to ask you.
I,
And there's some tough questions. I was just in the interview process, and some of the questions really threw me off.
all right, let's hit a break. I'm going to tell you during the break how my former co-host, one of my favorite co-hosts, answered the question and automatically got on the show. She skipped.
That's what it is.
She skipped. Where do you hear the question and
And the answer, yes.
Her answer got her directly onto the show.
I know that's why I'm not there now, but my buddy from Tampa native, he's out there right now. He made it.
Let's hit a break. This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong and the Staff Son. We'll be right back.